My name is Jordan James. I have chosen my topic for my speech class as African American reparations. The reason I have chosen this is because I am part African American. I personally feel that African Americans are owed reparations due to everything that they have been through, slavery, Jim Crow. The list goes on, but a contributing factor as to why I feel like this is because when it came to World War II for Japanese internment camps, uh, Japanese were actually paid reparations where America wronged them, and ultimately America made amends. It goes hand in hand with the Native Americans who actually had their land seized. So, the Civil Liberties Act of 1988, the United States federal law that granted reparation to Japanese Americans who had been interned by the United States government during World War II. They were paid their reparations. So I see that they've so far been paid to Native Americans as well as the Japanese Americans. So why not African Americans? What is stopping America, what has stopped America from making amends to them? Is there a particular reason? So, 40 acres and a mule was something that was promised at some point to freed slaves, but somehow it did not happen ultimately. So, African Americans were not compensated for the economic contribution. This may have led to financial struggles for decades to come. So, to me, this is a contributing factor as to why some African Americans are in the situation that they're in now. I feel that if reparations were paid or had been paid, the mindset of some African Americans may have shifted. It might have been a whole paradigm shift just from being exposed to different resources or just a different lifestyle. Now, had African American slaves been treated justly, African American culture may be more prevalent had reparations been paid. From the food to the clothing and the appearance, it might not seem as foreign if we see somebody in traditional African attire. Just like when we see you know what is it, a kimono. Like we're used to certain things, we're used to different things from different cultures, but I feel African American culture is not as accepted as some, and I think a contributing factor as to how African Americans have been treated in the past and still are now, whereas reparations could have just been paid out and done with. You If reparations were paid, you'd see an influx in African American owned businesses. The economy would also be better stimulated, and we would likely have more jobs for more Americans, of course, with more businesses being out there. And yes, this is my favorite comedian, Dave Chappelle. He actually made a skit about what it would look like had African Americans received reparations, and it went viral. It was a very popular skit. I personally enjoyed it. But one way that it could be handled, as far as the reparations, it could be individual payments to families of enslaved African Americans with a lump sum or monthly award. It would surely be appreciated or beneficial. These are some of the reasons that I feel that African Americans would be entitled to reparations. I would hope that after seeing this, you'd be willing to either start a petition or even just sign a petition to, start the process to have African American reparations kind of initiated. Just making amends. We all make mistakes. Things happen. So this would be a great time to make amends or just make it right, for the things that have happened in the past. But yes, this is why I've chosen African American reparations. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope that you enjoyed it. I look forward to hearing and seeing your presentations. Thank you.